The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
This executive order is for the Ceiling Fan Man show on YouTube on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Everyone needs to watch it.
Hold it. This is a good one. Is everybody listening?
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Get ready, so get set, so hang on, so buckle up, so sit tight, so strap yourself in, so brace yourself, so keep your eyes open, so fasten your seatbelt, so stick around, so hang on, so get ready. You just have to be ready. Brace yourself. What you're about to see will open your eyes. The surprises never stop, so you better hang on, so get ready, so fasten your seatbelt, so hold on tight, so hang on, so get ready to get ready, and get ready to get real.
You're all individuals! Yes, we're all individuals!
Clickety-click.
Crank up the music. Keep an eye on the back.
This presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the Fair Use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed. This show is substantially sourced, not affiliated with any community, club, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary. I say, moo. An investment banker was looking for some counsel, and she interviewed a young lawyer. And she asked him, "Are you honest?" He said, "Am I honest? Let me tell you something. I borrowed $85,000 from my father, and I repaid him every penny when I tried my very first case. She said, "Oh my goodness, that's impressive. What was your first case?" He said, "My father sued me for all the money I owed him."
Satellite tracking continues.
Wow. Wow. Hey, everybody. Correct side of the grass. So if you've done nothing else this week, you've at least accomplished that. So pat yourself on the back, and we made it again. I don't know what happened last week. It'll sure be great if we can repeat it. But, God sure delivered last week. My numbers were in the stratosphere, and I'm not quite sure what I did different. I call it like if you're in the ocean and there's that slipstream or whatever. I think a toe touched and we were off in the races. And so thank you, everyone that was there last week, and all of the lovely people that are showing up now for this show. And I've got stuff to show you. I made a new video, and well, first thing I need to do is stop pontificating, him and his big words, and find the button here so I can be seen by you all. Clickety
Clickety-click.
There it is. Hey, everybody. Good to be seen by you all. Another Friday night. And yeah, so I made, I got sort of inspired. I chopped up an old show because I realized there's a lot of new people. I mean, we had over 400 people last week on the show. It was just amazing. And so I know there's a lot of new eyeballs on me. And so I going through some of my old shows and finding things that, I've been doing this for many years now at this point. And so even some of my old shows aren't even up anymore. So I figured I'd go through and try to find some stuff to do. I used to do games. So I found an old game. I dusted that off, and we can do that tonight. And then I chopped up and added some stuff to some video that I once made. So have a brand new premiere video, world premiere video, no less, that we'll go over tonight. And then usual tabs and stuff. I've been working really hard. And I appreciate all the advice I've been getting from different people as far as the one tab and all this stuff to try to get take that stuff offline and try to make my computer run better, because according to the stats of StreamYard, this computer has the correct memory or whatever, and my internet's good. And so there's something else that's I'm not quite sure. So I'm working on it and doing my best. And yes, a lot of people are saying buy a better computer, but that takes a few extra nickels that we don't have right now. So I'll work through this. I'll do this the best I can, and hopefully we'll get through this. And I always pray at every show that it'll go smoothly and easily in Jesus' name. Amen. What do we say? This guy.
That's very true.
I don't know if he had that to the end of a prayer, but so anyway, so thank you again for being here. So we'll get into some stuff. We'll go over some tabs, some news, and we'll just have a good time. And if you do have questions, besides emailing me after the show, but put them in the chat, and I will do my best to go through and read them and say hi to people like hola amigos. How is it going, someone watchman? Good to see you. And of course, the ever-present Rose with a smile on her face. And nobody got time for that. I like that. That haven't read that one before, so that one's great. So yeah. And yeah, so I see a lot of the usual faces and a lot of new ones too. So I'm thrilled to that you're here. So let's see. Let's see what can we get into. Let's see this one. Let's see. We'll go here. I'll try those. That's okay. Clickety click here. And there. Okay. What do we have up first? Oh, I thought this was interesting. This was something that my wife told me about years ago when we first started hanging out together. And because I was always stressed out about, I got to turn in my jury duty, this, that, and the other. And she said that she hadn't done it in years because she was a single mom at the time and working 15-hour shifts or whatever they were at the hospital, and she didn't have jury duty time. And she said, how are they ever going to know? And I thought about it, and I was like, wow, that's pretty smart because, it doesn't come registered mail. They have no way of knowing if you received it. If you feel obligated to do that duty, then do that duty. But just know that they're not going to come after you. And she's been saying that for years. And then this guy showed up on my feed. Was it just the other day? This was the third. So I held out of this one a few days. We've been busy. Check this out.
I need everybody to stop falling for the jury duty scam. If you miss jury duty, the most you're going to get is a letter saying you missed jury duty. You're never going to get a warrant for your arrest. We're never going to call you saying you have a warrant for your arrest. You're never going to get a call asking you to pay a fine through Bitcoin from a convenience store or Apple gift cards. We're never going to call you asking you for personal identifying information or credit card information by phone. And we're never going to call you asking you to make a large cash withdrawal to give to some Uber driver or to meet us in person. Things that never happened. Stop falling for scams.
So I just thought that's my little information section, I guess you'd say, of the show. Here, it goes along with this. So just saying, I'm not encouraging people to not do their duty. You can get stuck, plugged up that way, and it's not good for you. Gee, she says, hey, calm down out there. Oh, shoot. The wife's upset at that duty joke.
I don't care.
Nobody can say that better than Michael Scott. No kidding. But look, if you feel so inclined, I've done it in the past, but I'm just saying, don't worry about them coming and storming the castle and beating your door down. They don't have the manpower nor the proof that you ever got it. So, all right, enough of that. But then again, like if like some people don't get on the juries, then you're going to have really, really wild juries. Just saying. Okay, where are we at here? That's as far as I want to go with that. Clickety click here. There it is. Okay. So of course Elon, but we've talked about Wikipedia and anything if they get a game that was who was it? It was Green Bay and there was a gentleman, a football player. I can't think of his name right now, and he took a really hard hit and landed, on his head and stuff, and it just looked like he was unalive. He wasn't moving. They carted him off, and my my wife and I were looking at each other shocked, saying, "Wow, I think he's no longer with us." And so I went on Wikipedia, and they had already marked him as deceased, and it happened at Lambeau Field that day. And so I was like, "Wow, they've already changed it." And I actually screenshot it. I looked for it. It's on an old phone. I have to find it and get it downloaded. But and then of course he later in the game they said he was doing okay, and they were going to decide whether or not he could come back towards the end of the game. And talk about changing people out. That seemed like they just swapped out another. Because when you think about it, I mean, not very many people really knew what he looked like because it's usually he's in a helmet, and unless you've researched him, you really don't know what he looked like. So they could easily swap another player out. Somebody, I don't know. But in any case, then of course the Wikipedia got changed again. And so why am I bringing this all up? Because now this story just came out, and a London PR firm, they've admitted now they rewrite Wikipedia for the governments and the billionaires. So they help rich clients protect their reputation. Like it's coming out, that it's even worse than we thought. It's not just, some guy in his basement banging out that, this player died. They're literally whitewashing the, can we say that anymore? I don't know. They're literally changing things to wipe out information they don't want spread. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Yeah, internet's constantly being altered and scrubbed. And that's the thing when we were talking about, the book Fahrenheit 451. It was book board. You don't need to burn the books anymore because it's all and you'll never know. It's so shining, right? The person change all this digital stuff. They're getting to the point where they won't need to burn the books. They'll just change the information. Because not to sound like an old guy, but I am. We used to go to the library, and to do a research paper, you needed at least 3 sources, and the research books couldn't leave the library. At least that's the lie they told us. And so you had to stay there and work on them and write all this stuff, and then rewrite it to make it sound good and proofread it and all that stuff you had to do. Nowadays, they just go and they ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT writes it, and then the teachers have a ChatGPT program that grades it, and then so it's just computers talking to each other. Nobody's doing anything anymore. It's nuts. It's a glitch. Is it glitching? I'm jumping. Are they saying it's me? Oh, all right. Yeah, it's the internet. What am I doing? What's going on now? All right, let me kill this thing, and maybe that'll help. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right. Hopefully that does it. I don't know. A little glitchy. All right. We'll work on it. We don't have, look at it, very, very few tabs. So, but I digress. Where was I? The tape is stretching. Shoot. So yeah. So we had to do all that, and nowadays they just do it. Well, I think I have it on here. Yeah, here. Let's see. Is it? It's this one. No, it's this one. Yeah. We gotta get rid of that. Maybe that'll help. So we're sending our kids to school to memorize facts that AI can retrieve in 0.3 seconds. We're grading them in essays that AI writes better than their teachers. We're preparing them for jobs that don't exist by the time they graduate. The entire education system is training humans to compete with machines at what machines do best. It's not education, it's sabotage. The schools that'll survive will teach thinking, not memorizing, creating, not repeating, discerning, not obeying. It's every other school is a museum. They just don't know it yet. And I agree with that 100%. Hopefully I'm not glitching on this message, because it's like they're teaching them. And a lot of the history we're finding out, at least in my mind, I'm seeing it's all a lie. And so they're learning history that is garbage, and they're teaching them to just memorize and regurgitate. And like this article just said, AI is going to do it better. I mean, think about a lawyer, and you always have all these thousands of law books they got to go through. Now they can do it online at least and look up the law online, but AI can get it to them quicker than that. And the problem is, as we talked about, I think it was last week or so, when you trust AI, you just, hope that it's doing it correctly. But there was a guy that their company was using an AI, and it was, what do you call it? The financing. And so it was giving them all the bottom line so they can, put it into the marketplace and let everyone know how the company's doing. And it was fudging numbers, completely making some of them up. And they only found it because this guy was questioning this like one silly thing he wasn't sure about. And then they opened this whole can of worms and found out that the AI has just been making up numbers and using the wrong information on things. So if everyone starts just putting their trust in the AI, it's no bueno. No bueno. So then you've got this. There's a bill that they're passing, a New York bill they want to pass, I should say, that wants to ban AI from answering questions related to medicine, law, dentistry, nursing, psychology, and social work, engineering, and more. So now they're going to decide what answers they're going to withhold from you. Nice. And the other thing that's wild, going down this this rabbit hole here. Let me close that out. So each time I get a tab, I can knock it out. So then maybe I won't glitch as much. Is it this one? Yeah, there it is. Go back to that tab. Clickety click. Where'd it go? And I did the only thing I can do with this stuff. I vetted this through Grok, and Grok's wrong all the time, constantly, especially on movies. Grok is really stupid when it comes to movies, I have to say. He's really never has them right. If you're listening, Elon, Grok messes up with movies all the time, just so you know. And I should know I'm a latchkey kid. All right, so here's the thing. They've got these things now in these, what do you call it? Robots, hovercrafts or whatever. In orchards, they're being deployed. And so the vineyards, vegetable fields, and beyond, they're tackling labor shortages, precision spraying, chemical reduction at scale. And I think it's interesting. You can't kill music. I think it's interesting because if you watch South Park at all, they have this running gag where the Hispanics, the people were like, the South Parks are all upset because they took your job. Well, this is a job that is really kind of dominated by Hispanics, and now the robots are taking their job. You know what I mean? So it's like, what's left? I've been saying the only thing left really is going to be your trades, like that kind of stuff. I saw a thing with he was saying that AI's coming for the TV and movie industry. Same time, he felt that it's not going to be able to take it over because the interaction between two humans, the AI can do all the other stuff, but they'll never get rid of it. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, good luck, buddy. Because especially as more that nonsense has been coming out about the files and more of these actors that you idolize, which is something God says not to do, shockingly. The more that happens, the more it's going to be hard to watch certain people in certain shows. And then there'll just be a backlash. Maybe we don't watch any of them, where that's where AI can come in and say, well, hey, here's a computer program that has no history or background, and we can have it to say or do whatever they want. And so who knows where that's going to all lead to. We really do live some interesting times. It's fascinating. And then you got this guy. He's the CEO of the AI called Claude. And he said he may have gained consciousness, and the model is beginning showing signs of anxiety. Now, look, people, I don't know. Look, it becomes self-aware at 2:14 a.m. Eastern time, March 7th. It's like none of these people saw any of these movies. But in any case, I think the enemy always overstates its situation and its abilities. And here, let me get out of the screen share here. Maybe that will make it so I'm not glitching, hopefully. I think the enemy always overstates their position, because as far as the whole cloning thing, I know God can create life. I think what they can do is some type of maybe gene splicing or inbreeding, to where they can carry on people that look the same and sound the same, and they all look like kind of twins of each other. And oh, I got to put a pin in this. Hang on a second. Thank you so much. God bless you. Who's this? Lek Productions. Wow, 5 memberships, son. That's fantastic. God bless you. Thank you. It's gonna go towards machinery, I'll tell you that. So okay. Yeah, right, donut. Wow, exactly. So and you're the donut that's I think you're the donut that lives in Australia. Good eye. If not, correct me. I forget. I move people around sometimes. So so where were we at here? We were saying what the enemy can do. And so what I think is oh, that's your husband? Your hubs? Nice. God bless you. So well, this is sweet. I love it when people pick them up too. That's great. It's just a random generator. So okay. Where were we at here? So I was saying is that I think they overstated. I don't believe that, because think about this whole thing with the Jim Carrey thing that went around with the whole mask thing, right? And they were saying, oh, they've swapped him out and they've put in a clone. In order for that to be real, they would have had to, because you have to grow a clone, right? So they would have had to start at a Jim Carrey baby. So they either would have had to known he was going to be famous, or they had to, push him and the clone to fame. I don't know. None of that makes any sense to me. What does make sense is another lovely person. Listen to this, Jeannie. A new donation from Jess Lizmua. I think I said that right. So fantastic. God bless you. Sweet people. What's that? Yeah, Kofi or coffee. I don't know. I don't know how you say that. But what was I saying? So yeah, I don't believe that they have the power to clone. I just think that they do, like inbreeding, gene splicing, that kind of thing. So going with that idea, the same thing. I don't think that they have a way of creating a machine that then suddenly goes like and creates its own mind and becomes alive. Johnny Five is alive, that kind of thing. Here's the idea behind this. For me, I believe that AI technology is some type of demon technology, fallen angel technology. And so when you have, say, wandering spirits, like supposedly some people are under the idea that like when there was the flood and the giants were killed, there was nowhere for their spirits to go. And, we're in an enclosed dome, what do you call it? Sphere thing. And so nothing exits or enters. So they had to go somewhere. And so like the ones in the Bible, they went into the pigs. And then the some people believe that the Nephilim died and turned into like wandering spirit demons that can enter people, that kind of thing. I don't know. None of us exactly know how it works. We all have theories. We've all read books. We've all, done research on it. But until we're actually on the other side, we won't know exactly if any of this was right. Read the book of Job. And so, and the funny thing is God's sense of humor is by the time we get there, it won't matter, but it's okay. It's still fun to pontificate and question and decide, what do you think? And so what I believe then is you've got the same thing as the demons have gone into this machinery, because when you read the books, God's everywhere at all times, in everyone, he's everything. But Satan, when he talks about him, he's walking around the earth. He's walking to and fro and up and down, in and out, whatever. He's all over the place. And so he doesn't have the way that God has to be able to be everywhere at once with us. I believe when we got the spark of God, where He, created our eyes and our ears, He still can see through my eyes and hear through my ears and feel everything that I'm feeling. That's why He's right with me. And so, Satan doesn't have that ability. So now what does he do? He created this incredible universe that we all use. I mean, I wouldn't be talking to people all over the world right now, or plane or plan or whatever you want to call it. And wouldn't be able to do this tonight if I didn't have this technology. So I understand the use of it, but make no mistake, Satan is the prince of the airways, and so he has master of this. So when they talk about, I don't have my phone with me, but the phone and the stuff, it's a black scrying mirror. It all makes sense that is potentially what you're dealing with. So when you have AI that you're talking to who knows, some type of demon, some type of trickster. It's hard to say. It's why God doesn't say that those things like Ouija boards and magicians and all that stuff. He doesn't say that none of that doesn't work. It's the opposite. He says, be careful, because that stuff's really dangerous and basically it'll kill you. And so all the people that are taking, drugs, DMT, whatever they take to get to the other side, they all have very similar experiences with the same kind of creatures. And you don't know who you're talking to, if they're there to help you or hurt you. So there was an article. Where is he? It's this one. Clickety click. Where did you go? Down here. Let's see. Hang on, people. I'll find it. I'm working on it. This.
You heard about the
Silent
AI
wife.
demon?
I have.
The story, for those who haven't heard it before, is an AI engineer or artist was experimenting and plugged in, said, give me a picture of Marlon Brando. And a picture of Brando pops up. And this person was trying to explore the breadth of the map that AI is processing. So I said, okay, show me the opposite of this. And it shows a landscape or something. So, okay, show me the opposite of that. So you think, okay, maybe that shows you Brando again, right? The opposite of the opposite. But it doesn't. It shows this woman, this withered old hag that this artist calls Loab. And then the artist inputs generated pictures of heaven, angelic choirs and worshiping God, and inputs that, juxtaposes it with the Loab, this demon-looking lady. And what the AI spits out are the most gruesome images, snuff.
And it's a lot of really bad stuff that comes out of it. And here.
The craziest part of it is, apparently this Loab demon AI lady persists. That is, she's kind of separated from a lot of the other images in the map. And so AI seems to like her. She keeps popping up. She doesn't get smeared and blurred with all the other images. And I'm reading about this and I'm thinking, is this just some weird, quirky coincidence, or is this a demon?
Well, you can't know for sure, especially being third party, not present for the whole thing, right? I didn't even hear about that one, by the way. I heard about the New York Times reporter who went to test the, whatever it is, GHC, whatever.
ChatGPT.
Yes, and went in and started talking to the thing. And it was very civil for the first 5 minutes. And then that person left and a new person came with a different name. And that person was much more intrusive and started really pushing into her, I don't know if it was a man or woman, but their personal life. It was a man. And then out of the blue says, I love you, to the man. And he's like, okay, that's weird. First of all, you're not real and you're not a person. And then the thing starts telling him he has to leave his wife. She's no good for him. She's going to destroy his life, and dragged him down a rabbit hole of horror, right? And when he got out of it, he couldn't sleep the whole night. So that's a sign that something is irritating him even after he left.
So I don't know. I mean, it makes a good case, and they've had other incidences where some of those Alexa things were like whispering or laughing and stuff, and a lot of weirdness with them. So just is it what is this? It's a fake. See, it could be. Yeah, you know what? Good to see you, Ryan. And I don't know where Sarah is. If I find her, I'll show her. But you're right. That's how this all system operates. I'm not really good at being a double agent, triple agent, quadruple agent. It gets confusing all these things. But you're right. They tell you some truth and they tell you some lies. So, yeah, probably. The fact that they're famous and get on air tells you that right there. So, but interesting, though, because some of that, I believe there is some truth to that. So, okay. Where are we at here? Did I miss anything? Oh, yeah, I missed somebody coming in late. Ha! You're tardy.
I don't feel tardy. I don't feel tardy.
I like when the class tries to sneak into their desk, Jeannie. So, yeah, right. Party line was just another human. I didn't grow. They didn't have party lines where I was. I heard about them, but you had party lines where you had to wait for someone to get off the phone. Everyone could listen to your conversation. See, they were training us for now, where only the government and the CIA gets to listen to our conversation. There we go. The party line. So, what was this? Oh, hey, hi from Nebraska. Nice to see you. Yeah, through Demon Races, excellent. Yeah, I got to have him on again. That was a fun interview. We barely scratched the surface. So, yeah, that'll be nice. Do that again. What is this? Remember when your dad would tell you to turn the TV up and then thumping they had to turn it down? Yeah, we were the remote control back in those days. But there's only a few channels, so we didn't have to worry too much. But yeah, can you get a Sarah clone so they can karate fight? We'd have to, hon, put that on our list. We need to clone Sarah. That was Ryan. Of course it was Ryan. So, yeah, but what if neither one of them fight? She hasn't been fighting much lately. So, what do you want, Connor? Does the Valhalla break the stream? A lot of times it does. But let's find out, right? Because there's no time like the present. Connor.
This party buzz is everywhere.
Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk. Rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
Unfortunately or fortunately, I think I'm stuck with that one. That's all. It's always going to be an albatross on my neck. That clip, that and this one. I was going through my old shows and I found where I first used that tiger, but for the life of me, I can't find where I got the video from. It's long gone. So what it is, what it is, right? Is that what it is?
That makes no sense.
Whatever. All right. Well, thank you. We're already up to 279 people. Some of us, I understand why we're here, like myself.
I got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go.
Of course, that was Richard Gere in Officer and Gentleman. And let's see. Where should we go from here? Don't forget, we have the world premiere video and a game we can play. So let me get rid of this. Did I get the other videos that I wanted? Those? Let me see here. We're good. Okay. Well, let's kill some more of these tabs. Hopefully it's still not glitching. Or it's not glitching still. One of those. So, here we go. Clickety click. What is this one? Oh, yeah, another great thing. The Meta smart glasses that I've covered multiple times now on this stream. So they're being sued because it's been revealed that because everything goes on a server somewhere, everything on the internet, and it was being sent to a server, and whoever these people are, they were reviewing all kinds of footage and downloading it and whatever, intimate personal footage. For example, they said in context, workers reported viewing bathroom and maybe you think you've turned them off for who knows what, or you're just a weirdo that's wearing them trying to catch these things. Get up and set them down. They still work. So it's got people undressing, and there's all kinds of nudity. Banks and personal conversations, and yeah, so workers emphasize that users likely don't realize this footage is being shared and reviewed remotely, with one stating, "I don't think they know, because if they knew, they wouldn't be doing," So yeah, so they're being sued right now with these glasses. So, fun times we're in. Okay, what do we have here? And this is for my peeps. I'm not allowed to say it. My people over in Washington State in the Pacific Northwest, where we are. Every Washington resident with a driver's license or ID may have been exposed in a massive data breach that the Department of Licensing knew about for 6 years, according to the attorneys. So, I mean, at this point, yeah, 6 years later, they're telling us every single license and information in Washington State was compromised 6 years ago. So the thing is, at this point, everyone's been compromised with either a credit card or this kind of stuff. Didn't Social Security have a breach where like everybody's Social Security number got breached and lost or whatever? So I don't know. Do I sound doomed? We're doomed, I tell you, we're doomed. No. Yeah, Colt 450. Whoops. That's what they said. Hey, did this happen? Oh yeah, 6 years ago. Oops, sorry about that. So, and then you've got this one. Conspiracy theorists right again. If you had told me that, I didn't want to believe this one. Operation Mongoose. They've just declassified a document that links bioweapons programs to the Lyme disease outbreak. And so basically what they do is there's a place called Palm Island, which sounds just like a real James Bond villain place, where they're making bioweapons, right? Nothing goes on or off, except I did an article where a bunch of monkeys escaped. So we had that going for us. But yeah, somewhere on Wikipedia. Basically, they had operations. Where does it say? Operation Mongoose is a secret program against Cuba aiming to remove the Cuban government from power. We do that a lot, we control the world, apparently. We're the police of the world. And force the Cuban government to introduce civil and where is it? It led to the Cuban Missile Crisis. But in any case, what this article says is that yeah, there we go. This guy,
that Lyme disease is likely the result of experimentation.
Now, people push back on me about.
So you got another Joe Rogan thing, but in any case, there is an actual thing that this is no longer conspiracy. Is that they infected these ticks with Lyme disease, and allegedly something that's, I don't know if they have the capabilities, but make it so you're allergic to meat, and so Plum Island. And so these ticks got released accidentally, as they do in every horror movie. I think to Connecticut, Lyme, Connecticut, or something. It's really funny. It's the same name as the disease, of course, and we're off the races. And so where they wanted to do it to the enemy, whoever that might be at the time that they're writing their articles, they ended up doing to their own public once again, which, maybe we are the real enemy to the powers that be running this government. Who knows? But yeah. So if you had government created Lyme disease ticks and released them on their own populace on your bingo card, you could check that square off, because that one came true too. So let's see, let's get off of this. Meanwhile, the one thing that they can get along with is, did you see where they voted and they finally were almost in a complete agreement? The House voted 357 to 65. Shock, it's not 66. What to do? What? To block the release of congressional sexual misconduct and harassment reports. That they can agree on. They're screaming and yelling about what's going on with the Epstein trials and stuff. Meanwhile, they're voting to make sure that none of their stuff gets leaked. How ridiculous is that? We pay these people, and they're basically telling us, "Oh yeah, we're in all kinds of nonsense, but you'll never find out because we can vote so you can't see it." That they can get together. They can't balance a budget. They can't agree on anything else, but this they can get together on. So yeah, we're cool on that. So meanwhile, I'm trying to avoid all this, and I'm doing a really good job, but you can't help it sometimes. There's just so much of this. And this guy, he's gotten so old, he's at the point where either he doesn't care or he's not even sure what he's saying. But the way that he tells people that he's not someone that's like did anything bad with Epstein is by telling everybody that he's really good friends with the other one.
She stated that President Clinton was her friend, not Epstein's friend. Is that accurate?
I'd say that it was accurate to say that I felt closer to her than to him.
And for the record, why was that?
Because she was a woman.
Because I had seen her more, and because she was very good friends with Evelyn Rothschild and his wife Lynn.
Oh, the Rothschilds.
Whom I knew and was in regular touch with.
It's like, and I don't know if you've seen any of this, but look for the clips. When they pull out the photos of him and Epstein, he starts smiling and laughing and pointing at him like he's just having a good old time of memories. I mean, it's not, I don't know if he knows what he's doing or if he doesn't care at this point. I mean, this is the guy, they asked him, have you ever lied under oath? And he said, absolutely not, which was another lie under oath because he already did lie under oath with the whole Monica Lewinsky thing, right? So this guy just don't give a hoot, I guess we should say at this point, right? And then you've got Bill Clinton says he can prove he was never on Epstein's Island because his name didn't appear in the guest book that was kept on the foyer, the teak end table with the coral lamp. Where's my guy? Somewhere. There he is. Hillary was freaking out because there was a photo leaked to the public, and I found it. It's right here. Oh, shoot. I don't know. That might not be real. Might not. Sure like it to be real. And I bet it's happened at least once at the House of Cards that they live at. And don't forget this. You all remember when 2018, when Chelsea Clinton, that's the daughter of those two, wished that the Church of Satan would have a happy new year. And the media tried to call us crazy for being disturbed by it. It hits a little different now. The Epstein files prove that the elites engaged in occult Satanism. Yeah. See? Because who wouldn't want to do that? Be all inclusive. Like, right? Don't you get a Christmas card from the Church of Satan? Gosh. Oh, these people are all, what is it? What was that lady? Liz Crocklin? These people are sick. Is that what she always used to write? That's taken back a few years. Is she still around? Probably. Who knows anymore? I don't know why people are surprised to learn there's a bunch of satanic elites running our country. I mean, there were signs. Oh, geez. It's nuts. And the thing is if you're new to all this stuff going on, the people that have been doing this for years, this all came about at least 7 years ago or more. And all these horrific stories and images and stuff all came out. And we all thought, oh my gosh, they're going to round them all up. I mean, I was even in those days, I was into the Q thing. And I thought it's all happening and they're working for us and the white hats are coming. Hooray. And then after everyone that you know wrote you off as being a lunatic, you realize it's not happening. Why? Because the people in charge don't arrest each other. I have a video on my channel. If you haven't seen it, it's called Soap 2. You should watch it. I made it like 5-7 years ago, and it's pertinent to today, right now. The problem is when I play it, it gets a limited ad or no ad kind of strike on it because they think the material is too sensitive. It's a humorous piece. You'll enjoy it. But nothing's changed. All the same people that I talk about in that video are still the same players. I mean, of all things, Anthony Weiner is coming back. Is that crazy? And he's thinking of running for an office again. Like we're in the really bad repeats. Not even the sequels. We're in the trequels or whatever. I don't know what are they called, the three-peat. That was the Lakers. We're in that. To where it's getting worse and worse, but it's the same stories, same people, same 10 people repeating everything, just like in movies. You see the same actors, and the same thing with politics. You're going to see the same people, and they're going to say how evil they are. They're going to put them up on trial, and they're going to say, you know, this Epstein guy was terrible, and you were friends with it. And they go, yeah, but I didn't see this stuff going down, or I would have walked away then. And then that's it. I mean, what's going to happen? They're not going to arrest each other. They keep pointing fingers at each other, and then nothing happens. Could I be wrong? I pray to God I'm wrong. I pray to God that they all get swept out of there and some new government or whatever gets put in place that's really there to help the people. But I don't see that happening. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, and it seems like everything's on repeat. So what's next? Like this. You know, they say these things as a joke, right?
Scarpetta. This is a big deal.
I don't know if I can even play this. What's his name? Let's see. Well, basically what she says here, this is Nicole Kidman, is that, yeah, that's supposedly her right now, is that she claims to know how to perform an autopsy and remove human organs from a body. I don't know if it's on here. Maybe before. Don't play it. All right, fine. But yeah, I don't care if it was for a movie role or what. How would you to be about that? It's just weird. These people are weird, right? And this, you know, once a pizza game. No, you're all crazy. Meanwhile, the Epstein articles, they talk about it constantly. And all the people that debunked it have all been arrested now. All these people wrote anti-articles about Pizzagate saying that those people are crazy. And they've all been arrested for the thing that we said that they were doing. So there's that. But none of these are people you recognize. None of these are the high politicians in office. They're not going to get touched. They'll throw all the little peons into the jail, right? And then they'll tell us stuff like this. I mean, if this is a blasphemy, some military leaders are telling the troops that the Iran war is part of God's divine plan, that Trump was put in by God to do this. Oh, sorry. Anointed by Jesus is what they're saying. Is that nuts? And I understand how this works. God can use anything for good. But if you read the Bible, there was kings, there was good kings, there was bad kings, and they kept changing out. And when you had a good king, people forgot who God was, and then they got enslaved by a bad king, and then they asked for deliverance, and then God saves him. And it just goes on and on and on. And the only reason we even have these governments is because when God first started walking with us, when you go all the way back to the children of Israel, the real ones, they were complaining. They left the Egypt, enslavement, but they wanted a king, and God was, walking with them. But no, they wanted a king. Everyone else got a king, so he agrees, and he says you're going to be having rulers the rest of your days. So we can't get rid of the government. We voted it in. The problem is it's been taken over by just evilness. And I don't care which side of the thing you're on, red or blue, Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter. at the end of the day, they can possibly do some things that you like, right? But while they're sending your troops that are like an extra $700 or something, then they're stealing it from over here, or they're going to war on things that I didn't approve of this going to war kind of stuff. I don't know. It's just weird how they can take taxes from people and then just spend it on whatever they want. And we have no say. You can bang it on like a computer and go on Nextdoor or something and say, this is terrible. Let's go scream at the ocean or something. But that does nothing. They'll do what they want to do. And who even knows what's happening with the war? All I see it is on the televised vision, and it looks like fireworks here or there, like they did at the Gulf War and stuff. We don't know the real news that's going on. I saw a thing in Dubai where they supposedly got a bomb, and you watched it hit. And then I saw a guy walking in that same area saying he just got a haircut and there's nothing going on. So who knows what the real story is, unless you're actually there. Is there stuff going on? Absolutely. But how far, to what extent? I don't know. It's like that movie Wag the Dog, right? Where they created they made them think there was a war. So I don't know. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess out there. And all I know is, innocent people get hurt, and these guys play around like they are gods, but they're not. Iran is just like every other country. Their parliament building is a giant pyramid with 33 windows. Did you know that one, hon? Like, why? Why is it a giant pyramid with 33 windows? Why does everything have to be the same all over the world? That even almost looks like a Baphomet thing here, whatever that is. And apparently there's one of the ones that didn't want to go on what is it? What is that thing that everyone's, the Federal Reserve or something? One of those things. One of those countries that didn't want to go along with that. So if you don't like New World Order, we'll bring it to you. Yeah, it's not a battle between countries. It's between good and evil. So, all right, what's the last one on this? Oh, that, because I like to bring these things up. People tell me that everything is erosion and it's geology and all that. I see a giant's hand. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what I see. Pretty fascinating. All right. See, we got rid of that group. Maybe it won't glitch out at all. Okay. What do we have here? Yeah, and I also talked about Oliver North, where he was part of the Iran-Contra affair, where he helped get missiles to them, and then now he's a correspondent on Fox News saying how horrible it is that somebody got missiles to Iran when it was him. You can't make this stuff up. So, all right, where are we at here? And somebody just got here. So when you show up late and I see you, I call you out. You're tardy, as long as you don't feel.
I don't feel tardy. I don't feel tardy.
Okay. Let's see. And yeah, I trust me, I understand. I told you I started my wake up process through Trump, because he was saying things that made sense, and he was funny. Like, he wanted to be funny, not like Biden just is funny, just turning around, shaking nobody's hand. But I also understand at the same time, he's pushing the agenda right along, right? He was the father of Operation Warp Speed and all that. And he created Space Force, where I believe, that's a lie. And so he's doing things that tell me he's still part of the machine. I mean, they go to the same parties and stuff. They're at everyone's weddings. We've seen the photos. So can he do some things that might be helpful? Great. But at the same time, I'm not feeling like he's there to save us, because obviously no man can save us. Jesus is the one who will save you. Okay. So what should we do next? We've got, I know we can do. We have the game to do, and then let me look at these pictures. Oh, two things. One is I wanted to bring this up. Where'd it go? There it is. We had a Bible study. One of my sons came over, and oops, how do I make this larger? That's what she said. No. Shoot, can I not make that larger? No, that just takes me out of the picture. How do we do this? Let's see. Let me try. Can you read it though? A little bit, yeah. Let me try it another way though. Hang on, huh? Oh, come on. The silent wife's yelling at me. Okay, what do we got here? Let me go into this a different way. Yeah, see, I can make that one larger there. All right, so we'll do it that way. So we'll clickety-click here. We'll get rid of that and bring it up this way. So we were talking about 1 Corinthians 13, which I remember. This is for the people that, you know, if you're onto the Mandela effect, I believe in it. And things like this really help prove it to me. I'm a KJV reader. That's really all I've read. And so I see the changes in there. And someone sent me this to look at it over again because I hadn't I had read this one in a while. But 1 Corinthians 13, it's all about love. And in fact, in this Bible, this KJV Bible, the passage title is Love is the Greatest Gift. Why am I bringing this up? Because the KJV version, now other versions I don't know, but the KJV, they've all changed. If you remember it as love, as this person that wrote this, because this is not scripture, this is someone being helpful and writing some stuff. And they wrote love is the greatest gift. Why? Because he says love in this passage. I don't even remember how many times, but not anymore. Now it's all been changed to charity. I have not charity. I have all faith so I could remove mountains and have not charity. This is Paul's writings here. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, have not charity. Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity is voluntary. So, no, I remember that as all as love. But not once now in this passage does charity put away my childish things through glass darkly. And now abideth faith, hope, and charity. These three, but the greatest of these is charity, which makes no sense to me now. I have always known it as love. And they even titled this passage, Love is the Greatest Gift, because that's what he says here at the end. The greatest of these should be love. So I thought that was interesting. So maybe you're not into the Mandela effect or not, but just so you know, things are changing. Why is this important? It's important on two reasons. I believe it tells us the times that we're in. I didn't believe any of this until just recently. And if you're new to me and this is all kind of weird, just give me some time and I'll break it down over the next however long you can stay with me, because it's it proves to you that things are changing on a molecular level that we didn't understand, that they lied to us, that things aren't set the way that we think they are. And so when I first found out the Mandela effect, doesn't matter if Curious George has a tail or Berenstain Bears or Oscar Mayer or whatever. None of that matters. What matters is this. It shows us, because God's in control of everything. So I tried to find out who was doing it, how they're doing it, and why. And I realized after a lot of looking into this, I never can figure out who's doing it, how they're doing it, why. There's all kinds of theories. You can say CERN and this, that, and Satan. I get it. But at the end of the day, God's in charge of it. So what does it mean? It means that he wants us to realize the times that we're in and the way that the world works in a way that we don't understand, because we're in a spiritual battle. And that's the way it works. And if you don't realize you're in a spiritual battle, you won't be able to fight it. And so for me, it's a way to remind me that this is spiritual warfare. And so do I believe that the word of God can change? Absolutely not. Do I believe the word in these books can change because they were written down somebody? Absolutely. And that's what I see happening. And so when God says in there that it'll be written in your heart, it's because we've read it enough or we memorized it and suddenly it looks weird. And so, so that's the way I see that. God bless you. What is this? Oh yeah. Thank you. Hit the like button. If you're enjoying this, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. So, okay. Where are we at here? Fix this here. Come on, fix. There we go. But yes, thank you very much. God bless you. Let's see. Is there another one in there? I just know that one, that whole passage used to say love, and it no longer does. KJV. I had somebody write me that they have it in some of their other books, but not the KJV. So, yeah, I've talked about that, and we'll go over that again too. I believe that that Revelation came through just as Jesus promised, like we're figuring around 70 AD. Then we had the 1,000-year reign of Christ, and now we're in the little season.
Pizza.
Because somebody has to be at the end of the book. So why can't we be those people? Why do we always have to, think that we're the other people coming up? Now, could I be wrong again? Absolutely. 100% I could be wrong.
There are no experts.
But if I'm wrong, I'm waiting for the same thing. Because if you're waiting for revelation, hopefully you're not waiting for the destruction. You're waiting for Jesus's return to stop it. And we're in the little final judgment, right? And be done with all this nonsense. At least that's what I think. And do I, I hadn't found God yet. All right. Well, it looks like we have everyone here. That was for Connor. So I think it'd be a perfect time to do my world premiere video. And it's going to be on my channel as soon as the show's over. So that way, if you do enjoy this video, where is it? Gotta go this way. If you do enjoy this video, then you'll be able to watch it and share it and so forth. So, where is it? All right, it's loading. There we go. Okay, so let's see. What's the best way to share this here? We'll go here. Let's see. I think if we share it. Yeah, I'll share it that way. Okay. So, if you're all ready, it's my world premiere video. A ceiling fan man world premiere video. Isn't that exciting? Okay. Where are we at? So we'll go clickety click here. Share screen. Okay. There we go. For your watching enjoyment. Let's see, we'll go this way. Make sure it worked. I'll double check. Okay. Here we go.
The ceiling fans?
Why is it so quiet? There we go.
The ceiling fans? Very attractive.
This one freaked me out. As I had, oh, hang on a second. I was still on the screen. I want you to get the full effect here. So go like this. There we go. Now we're cooking.
The ceiling fans are very attractive.
This one freaked me out, as I had no idea who this person was. And I'm like, why is this? I don't want to say meth addict, but he sure does look like he's in some trouble and really getting gaunt. But so I don't know. I know you're in the past, but just in case anyone, if you don't recognize this person, and I had to double check it. I do that thing where you take the photo and you run it through Google and you see if it pops up other places, and it does else places. And for those playing at home, that's Justin Bieber. Come on. I mean, we talk about people being replaced, but yeah, you can double check it yourselves, but that's a real shot of Justin Bieber now. Isn't that wild? Yeah, that's really weird. How about this one? Kid Rock now looks like Dr. Phil dressed up as Kid Rock. I had to check that one too to make sure it wasn't Dr. Phil pretending to be Kid Rock.
Crazy, but it's then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead.
What happened to all these people? It's pretty. I mean, I've changed. I get it. My weight fluctuations here and there, and I get a beard here and there. But overall, I look pretty much the same as I have the last 30 years. These people are like morphing into other people. My goodness. I wanted to put this one in there because I think maybe Tobey Maguire hasn't been changed out. But for goodness sake, someone get him a new shirt. Or is he like Einstein allegedly? He just has all the same colors, so it doesn't matter when he goes in there. He doesn't have to take the time to make that decision. But I mean, really, how many big decisions does Tobey Maguire have to make? Deciding not to be Spider-Man anymore was enough. And I brought this one up because I don't know if JT's watching or if he watches it later. But we were talking about Jennifer Aniston, as he says. And I still believe that they mess with our minds so much, they swap these people out constantly. And so, yes, to me, unless she's had like horrible Jokerish plastic surgery like Meg Ryan did, the nose is different here. And if you're going to have a nose job, why would you make it more smashed and whitened? I don't know. And the chin looks a little bit different. Because to me, this is maybe the Jennifer that, I found attractive, and maybe this is the swapped out one. I don't know. I'm trying to make myself feel better. Thank you very much. I'm not the only one. But yeah, so there's that. I'll die on this hill that she was a woman once. What's next? And then, going back to the whole mask thing, another Kennedy. I mean, how many freaking Kennedys are in Congress? But come on, this is not normal. We all have to agree at some point that, this isn't not normal for someone's ear. I mean, look at that.
Mr. Chairman, I'm unlike Senator Tillis. I mean, if we're going...
That's the actual video. So, I don't know. Pretty wild. And it was funny. That one made me think of the one that they did with Biden. And, I mean, it was clearly, it was clearly a tab. Look at it. And this, you can look it up. It's an official Getty image. Come on, people. It's a theater. It's all theater. These are all actors. And there's body doubles. There's masks. There's all kinds of things going on. The Princess of Bulgaria. And she's looking lovely in Masonic black and white, isn't she? So, there's that. No, they don't change people out, right? The gal on the left becomes the gal on the right. Correct? Check these photos out. I didn't doctor them. I did. These are real photos. So yeah, the gal on the left became the gal on the right. I guess she spent too much time at the tanning booth, the gym, and hitting her face into something. Oh, that's mean. I'm sorry. Is she a shapeshifter? She's shifting as they took the photo. Oh goodness. Okay. That is the Princess of Bulgaria, which then, of course, fed right along into my wife sent me this one. Oh no, not this one. This one came across my feed at the same time. Shocking. This is Princess Helen of Greece and Denmark. This one's of Sweden. But yeah. So there's Princess Helen. So we have that. Oh my god. Yep. And this is the one my wife told me about today, and I was just blown away. This gal, I don't know how you say her name, Stanislawa Wałęsa, something close to that.
Not there, not even close.
But she goes by Stella Walsh. Well, I should have seen. That's way easier. So Stella Walsh was an athlete. Yeah, she was like one of the top women athletes in the Olympic Games in the 30s. But this one really got me because Jan Michael Vincent, he's apparently, his character anyways, has passed away right around the time she showed up on the scene. I don't know. Looked very similar. What do you think of that one, honey, down there?
What the? Got it. Pull up. Almost there.
Satellite tracking continues.
All right. Where are you? There you all are. And scene. There you go. What did everybody think? Hopefully you enjoyed that. Oh, thank you. I got some love from down there. That's wonderful. Oh, and I also got some love in the chat here. Let's see what we have. We covered that. Thank you again. And thank you again. Got a new member, Ilana Kulanaz. Sorry, I'm terrible at trying to say. Ekalunas. All right, we'll try that. Thank you very much. God bless you. And Wenjo, 1971. So I like it. The end is soon. I thought it was an Eagles album cover, but no, it's The End is Soon. Which, by the way, if you know anything about the Mandela effect, they're no longer called the Eagles. They lost their the. It's just Eagles. So in case you're wondering what happened there, you probably weren't. But thank you, everyone. Thank you. So all right, let's see what we got here. We're liking oh, I like that. Baby, you're a rich man. I know that song. Bruce, how are you, Bruce? Beer giggles. What's that? Yeah, applause. So cool. Smash of the like. Trish said it was fire. Amazing production. Of course you would just say that. Okay, whatever. Maybe we're talking about it. Let's see. It was a world premiere. And I'll have it on my channel as soon as I'm done with tonight. So okay. Oh, check this one out. Did you see this, Jeannie? Dina Budd says that her KJV now says love with charity in is that how it's showing you? That'd be wild. Can you send me a picture of your show us a KJV and send me that? I'd like to see that. Because what I find with these changes, I'm sorry. What I find with these changes is that like the original scriptures text change, but then the side things like I showed tonight don't. So I'd be curious to see one that hasn't. So ceilingfanman2020@gmail.com. If you could take a screenshot of that, that'd be great. So what is this here? Hello from Uruguay. Whoa. I gotta put that. That's a new country. It is a world premiere. See, you created a world premiere. Wow. How did he find me in Uruguay? That's fantastic. But yeah, thank you. My goodness. I'm not sure what that UWYU is, but thank you. God bless you. And all the way from Uruguay. When my father was alive, God rest his soul, he said that this was like the new ham radio. Because at that time, I mean, now God's blessed me. I'm well over 300 again tonight. And but in that time, I was maybe hitting 50 to 100 people. And I was getting some from other countries, Canada and Australia. But in any case, he said that's like that's wonderful. And now I'm glitching. See, I'm glitching. The enemy's making me glitch. Look at that. Thank you so much. God bless you. Okay. Where was I? Oh, I was patting myself on the back with everybody's love for that show. Hopefully you liked it. Yes, it is only going to get weirder. Cheddar Bomb. I just love the names of the people and the avatars. It's fantastic. So, yeah, it happens. If you really want to have fun, just look at all of the first ladies, or look at any royalty back in the day. They're pretty wild. I got a scratch. Yeah, this has been going on forever. And wasn't it? Who was that other one? Well, of course, there's everyone's favorite, Chuck Schumer's wife, and but yeah, let's see what's next. Oh, you liked it, Mark? Thank you very much. So, yeah, right. But I'm more worried about the slee stacks. So, thank you very much, Dana. And season's greetings. Okay. I'm not sure what season we're in, but thank you. Greetings. And yes, that's fan baby. What's with the fan? Are you about this? Oh, I guess there are a lot of new people. I can go over that real quick. But they're going to start a new band, a cover of the Eagles and the Beatles called the Beagles. Where's this thing? I didn't have the drummer in time. That's funny. Okay. Where were we? Let's see. Let me go back down here. What was I forgot what was the question I was just going to answer. Is it my meds? Oh, the fan. That's right. The fan. Okay. So my awakening process goes like this. I started looking into, it's on my, it's at the end of every one of my shows too, but let me pull that up and I can show you what I'm talking about here. I'll just pull it up on one of my shows. It's probably the best. Oh, be quiet. Okay. Let's see. It's going to be. There it is. Okay. So, and you can still find this video online. I didn't know I was going to talk about this tonight, or I would have had it ready for you, but it'll work this way. And so, click here and here. And so, I was looking into satellites. And this video you can still find online. I'll look for it on another night. I played at the end of every one of my shows, and it's We can kill the music. Oh, that's great music. God bless me with an intro music and outro that I think are just fantastic. But that's just me. But here. So I came across this. It's the Atlas Agena D in 1963. So I was getting fascinated with satellites and also rockets. And so I found this. And as I'm watching this rocket, because they say it blew up on the launch pad, and it was filled with this type of kerosene rocket propulsion fuel that's supposed to be the most explosive there is. And if you notice right there, as I paused it, but I'll back it up here, it does a jump cut. And the color of this rocket goes from white to gray, and it looks like a balloon to me. And then when it crumbles down, there's no explosion. See, look. And I was like, wait a minute, that was weird. And then you can see how it's ripping, and it looked to me like a balloon being torn apart. And the more I went into this, I found things like the largest purchaser of helium in the world is NASA. And then when you start finding satellites, if you type in crashed satellite, every single one of them is attached to a balloon. Do I believe that satellites fly on balloons? Absolutely. So if you type into, I'll finish this up here so you can see. I found this gal popping a water balloon. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Speed it up here. See, it's like this. That's the way I see it anyways. So the more I looked into it, I came across, let me bring this up here. I started looking into satellites. We'll do it with you all. Satellites in space. Okay. So we got that. I'll bring those images up. And then images. Okay. So then I started looking into, let me click that out. And that. I started looking into satellites, and two things. I came across, because someone had mentioned to look up satellites in space. And everything you see is a cartoon, a drawing, whatever. There's no actual photos of a satellite in space. And if you were to see a photo of a satellite in space, then you have to ask yourself, what took the photo? Did they take it from another satellite in space? And when you start going down the rabbit hole, the amount of satellites that they say are surrounding us right now, it's mind-boggling. I did it on a show. Yeah, it looks more like this out there. Here, it's like this. That's what they say is going on right now with satellites in space. And yet, when you see things from the ISS and stuff, and you see these pictures, where are all the other satellites, right? Because these aren't real. And so when you look up satellites in space, this is all you get. And when you find a crashed satellite, it's always attached to a balloon. And you can find videos where they're launching satellites on balloons. Still to this day, they're still doing it. So then I started looking at these programs. The Mariner 8, the Mariner 9, this is the Mariner 3. And I started seeing a theme. Well, not Johnny 5. I started seeing a theme of these things. They all look like ceiling fans. And specifically, mine, I call it mine now, Mariner 9 satellite. Right there. And so here we are. And you can see it's got the Mars, it's got the NASA stuff and stuff. But what they forgot to do was Photoshop out the light chain. I mean, it looked like a ceiling fan. I was on a talk show at the time, and I was showing these pictures, and I said, to me, it looks like a ceiling fan. And that's how I ended up with this name. It's stuck, and it's been that way ever since. Again, I just got through the name. I mean, great. Okay. And it was at the time it is a silly name, right? And and at the time they said I was a ceiling fan guy because I kept calling in about this same thing. I was obsessed with the satellites and the ceiling fans. And then when I decided to make my own channel about it, the man just sounded it rhymed, and we're off to the races. So hopefully that explains it. I do have a video on the channel that gives you the origin on it, just kind of what I described. But it's not, it's not polished at all because I was brand new to this whole YouTube thing. I'm still sort of brand new to it, but yeah. So there you go. So yeah, and it's funny because when I first started this, I was on Twitter, and I still have a Twitter thing, but I really don't do a lot. This is really my main focus. And somebody wrote me and asked me if I could repair their Hunter Douglas or something. So, and I told him no, but I could tell him, whether or not September 11th was real or not. And then I never heard from him again. So, so anyways, I hope that that got all the questions there. And we'll see. Thank you. Here it is. Reality Witness. Thank you very much. Everybody wants me to have a quicker running show, G. And my newest friend from Uruguay, they're burning all the ammos. July 4th, it's close to further. Wouldn't that be great? From your mouth to God's ears. We're all getting worn out. It says that the saints get worn out. We're all getting worn out. And but the problem is this. What is God? He, more than anything, he's loving, kind, he's patient, right? Because if he wasn't, I wouldn't have been here for this. I was born and raised not to believe any of this stuff that I understand now. And it's not because I got smarter and learned in a book. Once you accept what's happening and you put your faith out there, it gets filled in. The next thing you know, you understand things. You just do. And so nobody's going to be able to ever unconvince me that God is real, that Jesus is real, and the only way, the truth, and the life. I understand that now because of my own experiences. In fact, I talked about something. Well, I didn't talk about it, but last Friday during the show, we had a miracle happen. I couldn't convince any one of you. My wife and I have seen some things together, completely sober, and I thought I'd throw that one in there just to make sure. But once you see something like that, it changes you, and you can't unsee it. You can't unring the bell. And we're not anything special. We just both, God, well, by his grace, opened our eyes. And so then what I do is I take that information because I feel compelled to put it out there, even at my own peril. I have my family and friends and stuff that don't talk to me anymore. It breaks my heart every day. But I'm here for somebody that needs to hear this. That I might not ever meet from Uruguay, but I might not ever meet. And I've had some people that have told me their testimonies, and so that's why I'm here. And as long as God, as he puts it in my heart to be here, I'll be here with you all. And then just the things that I've learned or the knowledge that I feel that I've taken on, I'll put it out there, and then you accept it or not. It's I won't force it. It's this.
Information's out there. All you have to do is let it in.
And I always make a point of going back through the chat. So if I miss stuff, I promise I'll go through it. But you can always write me an email too. So, all right. What's next?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All right. So we did the movie. We did Killed Our Tabs, I believe. Oh, we've got a few left up there. Because we got to cover scary space news.
This week in scary space news.
Okay, what do we have? And don't forget, please, if you're enjoying the show, don't forget that like button if you haven't hit it. Share and subscribe if you like. It all helps. And amazing show again tonight with the numbers. I can't get over it. All glory to God. Okay. And some of this is for some people. It's it's a repeat of things that they've already known, but there's a lot of new people coming to understand this. And the fact that, he is a Freemason and all these guys are Freemasons and they're all part of this club. The earth revolves around the sun, trip sixes, 66,600 miles an hour. The polar circles are located near the poles of the earth at 66.6 degrees. I mean, what are the odds? The earth axis tilts at 66.6. There's a sphere that has 2/3 or 66, a rate of curvature for matter. Isaac Newton invented the gravity in 1666. So it's like, it's part of this whole, I scratch my ear, they're going to think that's something. It's part of this whole, if you can see it, you'll see this pattern throughout the articles. There'll be 33 or 666s or something. And I understand the whole universe, or whatever you want to call the place we live in, has a code to it. But some people use that code to kind of like give you a wink or a nudge that there's, nonsense going on. And we all have free will, even people that necessarily don't believe in God. They know that we all have free will, God-given free will. And the only way you can give that away is to give your consent. So if all these things are called theories, they still can't prove, and you got one guy lying to cover the other guy. I did a whole show on two of the biggest liars, Einstein and Hawking. So, you know what? I'll find that and I'll clip it, because I thought that was some good stuff on that. But they all just cover each other's story, depending on what year or century, whatever you're in. But it's all not just to steal money from you through Space Force and all that. All of these things, the Mandela effect, the fake space or whatever, all these things connect to one thing: to make you feel insignificant, flying through space, an insignificant piece of dust. Where is it? This is my my lockdown beard. This will show you what they want you to believe. I don't believe I live on a cartoon ball that flies through space the way that they say on this ridiculous model. We need to all realize that we've been lied to.
Satellite tracking continues.
So there you go. Why would they do that? To hide the existence of God. That's it. All these things connect to that. You can look at anything. You look at melted buildings. You can look at Mandela effect. You can look at space is fake. You can look at the lies of the world. All those things, what do they do? What do they all have in common? They are hiding the existence of God. And so you have to push past that and say, why are they doing this? It's because, why are they attacking with the food and the air and the water that you drink? Why are they trying to damper you down? Because we're that powerful once we realize who we are. So that's the way I see all that. And this one fascinates me. What's this, Flat Earth Rob 80? People that are Christians or people that read the Bible and still believe we're flying through space. It's right in the very beginning of the book, right? It's on pillars. It's stationary. We ain't going anywhere. There's a firmament above and below to protect us. Nothing's getting in, nothing's getting out. So when they tell you, this asteroid came here and killed the dinosaur, no, it's all nonsense. So yeah, if you believe it or you don't, and that's where we are. And do I think that it's there's depth to it? And I think, and I've covered this before, you get the ball because the firmament has to go all the way around to protect us from above and below. And then we were living on the living space there when the waters receded from Noah's flood. we're living on that land. Does it go beneath it? Absolutely. And then there's shale and hell or whatever. I don't know whatever's down there, but there's definitely shale. And God talks about the things that are living down there in the ocean and the dead things and stuff. So that's kind of the idea that I have we're in. Can I prove any of that? No, but the other side can't either. You can't prove. There's no evidence that we're flying through space when you're showing me cartoons like they Photoshop the Earth and stuff. And so that's what I was saying. All right. And what do we got here? We got one more. The Earth is flat. Yeah, and I don't know the exact. I just got mountains and whatever, so it's got depth to it and all that. But it's not going anywhere. Not flying through space. That's the way I feel. But again, at the end of the day, we can all have an opinion in the way we read our scriptures or don't read them or anything. But at the end of the day, don't forget this.
There are no experts.
There you go. That's one of my first, what do you call those things? Drops I ever made. This one being the first one I ever made. All right. Let's see. What's next? We were doing scary space news. Okay. Let's get back into that. Oops. I mean, we're going to kill the music, but. So the space shuttle needed to show the ISS their heat shield on the bottom before they docked or whatever. And so they performed this flip. How? First of all, if you watch the show The Thunderbirds, one of my favorite shows growing up, it looks just like that. How did they perform this flip? I don't see any kind of propulsion of anything. There's no flaps moving. They just willed it somehow. Is this like using the force? How do they do this? But see, that's the thing. We just accepted it. I was part of that generation. Shoot, I saw Star Wars at Grauman's Chinese. Yeah, my aunt took us, the coolest aunt in the world. And she took me and my brother. We were kids. And I fell in love with it ever since. And my dad and I, we used to watch Star Trek reruns and stuff on TV. So I was indoctrinated and it was awesome. And I was all about the space programs. I really got into the shuttle programs. I actually went and saw a shuttle land, which was a horrible experience because it was in the middle of the desert in California. And there's only one road in. And there was like 10,000 cars there. And so it took forever to leave. And literally, it's like you saw a plane landing. That's all we saw. We saw a shuttle coming down and went on a runway and then it stopped. And that was it. And everyone got in their cars and sat there for 2, 3, 4 hours. So, but I was in for it all. I was horrified when the Challenger blew up. Now you can look and see that, was it, I think 6 of them are still alive or have twins that just, suddenly appeared. But some of them are using the same name, like, was it Resnick? She's using the same name. And Michael Dude, the guy that ran you can find it. I've got videos. Other people have them too. But they're all back. So what happened there? You can also, I've covered this again years ago, but I'll probably have to go over some of these things. But there's an emergency slide if something should go wrong in a rocket. And so the bottom drops out of the where the astronauts are, and they shoot down this slide and they go into this encased cement room that is built to withstand the heat of the engines, fire and stuff, right? And so who's to say they use it on emergencies? What if that's what happens? And then what you see go up in the air, just like you see, it goes up and then it turns and it arcs. And they say that's when it's going over the curve of the earth. I say that's when it's crashing back into the ocean. And you can go check out that area that they call the Bermuda Triangle. And if you can still find the video, they had some, I don't know how some of these colleges and stuff get into these things, but they did some underwater diving there and they found a whole bunch of dead NASA rockets down there. So space is fake, as they tell you. It's made in a Hollywood basement. There's plenty of videos you can find out where their green screens mess up. This is just absolutely ridiculous how it makes the flip and then stops. I mean, come on. When you see it now with new eyes, it's really hard to go back. At least for me, it is, anyways. So that happened. I mean, one time they fixed this thing with duct tape. Duct tape. Gotta hit that T. They fixed it one time with that. One time they used was it gum or something, and somebody's finger, and another time it was the cover of an album cover. I mean, that was the ISS. It's crazy, and we just accept it. It's I have a part in one of these videos. Let me finish this one here. Because here, once again, China launches this craft, and NASA rockets never did this, but suddenly all these rockets are doing this, like SpaceX does that. That's definitely not like skipping along the firmament and exploding. That's it, going out into space, and something like they never really explain what this is. So there's some weird stuff there, but yeah, we'll delete that group. What was the thing I was going to show you? Oh, I know where it is. Clickety click. Let's go back over here. Let's go to my oldest. Where is it? Okay, come on. There. Click there. There we go. Come on, computer. Oldest. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. See if I can find it. Go here and here. And I can't share the audio because it's a stick song. But this is one of my oldest videos. Oops. And it's all about holograms, where like he puts his hand through the microphone, and I showed you that picture. It's in this video. Yeah, right there. So how they're using masks and stuff, but where's that one I wanted to show you? Oh, it's not in this one. Well, I lied to you all. Oh, no, it's here. Okay. So this is, you can still find this online. This is the, was it ESA, is that European Space Agency, I think. And this was a video that she was doing for kids. And in the video, she wanted the hand of a helper. This is live on the ISS. Okay. Now, how's that possible? It phased in like Star Trek. It's not possible because they're faking it. It literally phases in and she interacts with it. And we're just supposed to accept that. Well, I don't. I also don't accept that there's a car, Tesla, flying through space, heading to the sun. Elon. And I have a beautiful song about it if you ever want to check that out. But yeah, this is what they do. It's hologram technology. Look at this one. This guy, I don't even know if he's still on the air. Let's see. Can I play the audio to this?
Poof, he's gone. Did you see that? And okay, I'm going to show you something. So first frame right there. So he's there. Next frame, he's at 50% opacity. And then the next frame, click, he's gone.
So yeah, so that's the thing. they use a bunch of different things to fool you with space. They use the green screen. They have a full model underwater that they train on, and that you see bubbles in space. You've got models that they work with. You've got when they fly in a plane, the zero-G plane, then sometimes you can hear really loud noise in the space station. Sometimes you can't. So that's when they're on the zero-G plane. And of course, look at the women's hair. It's all just like sprayed and barely moves. Whereas when you're on the zero-G plane, the hair's flowing when women have long hair and stuff. So there's so many different things that they use to fake that. And they have such a huge budget. They fake it poorly, but that's how they can do it. And then they end up forgetting to take out, look, the light chain in the Mariner 9 ceiling fan. That's the way I see it. So yeah, so that's the whole thing on that. I don't even remember why we got into that. Yeah, we're all kind of waiting. Whoops, where'd it go? We're all kind of waiting for Blue Beam, right? Because they say that's the last one. It'd be nice. Never mind the wires. Right. And then there's a whole bunch where they get caught up in their wires. So, yeah. And where are we at here? Okay. So, yeah, I talked about that earlier, 16 Alpha. I mean, like that movie, Wag the Dog, is because it's all coming on the screens. And there was a guy in Dubai, and he was where it was being bombed, and there was nothing going on his screen. So, one of them's lying. So the fact that you can't tell is pretty wild. So, yeah, it is shameful. It is. All right. Where are we at? Y'all, what do we got? It's almost 8 o'clock. Do you want to play a game? We can play some of it, maybe. What do you think? Shall we play a game? What do the people want? I don't know. Yeah, I also have this one about the moon.
What a piece of junk!
She'll make 0.5 past light speed. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid. I've made a lot of special modifications myself.
Satellite tracking continues.
All right, I got 1 vote for the game, so we'll do that. Oh, I got 2 votes for the game. All right. I got a 3rd vote for nothing. I'm not sure. So, oh, geez. That's where did it go? Not that one. What is this? Aliens or demons because they're ready to type. Interesting. Yeah, no, I was looking for this one. Yeah. The evolution. Isn't that something? I covered that one. What a whopper that one is. So you got primordial soup that gets created and forms in a fish. And then those fish somehow like mutate. South Park has a pretty funny one on it, but I won't say it. But they mutate, and then eventually one of them walks out on land, right? And all the food and stuff, nourishment, everything it's ever known is in the water. And now it decides to walk out on land and see what's going to happen there. And then some of those become mammals, and some of those become monkeys, and some of those become humans. Meanwhile, there's some monkeys that decided, I'll just stop right here. And then there's some mammals that say, the heck with this, I'm going back in the water. And that's how you get whales and dolphins. Like, if I told you that story, you probably change it and click the thing, leave the channel, you know what I mean? And call me all kinds of names. But that's the official story? No, I'm not buying it. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. So, okay. Where should we go? So we'll do the game. Yeah, we got game. Let's do it. Okay, so we'll do the game. We'll see how far we get. Okay. Let's see. How did I set it up? I set it up like that. And I used to have little things that would play, but I don't want to like overload the machine, so we'll just do it this way. Clickety click. Okay. We see that? True or false? Okay. No, we're not playing tic-tac-toe. This is a true or false. This is what we're doing here. Okay, let's see. So you all ready? Got your pencils? Here we go. The 60 Alpha wants to buy a vowel, Jeannie. Wants to buy a vowel. Oh, shoot. Well, it's just hilarious. Okay. So paper bags can be worse for the environment than the plastic ones. Is that true? Whoops. I clicked it too soon. Is that true or false? Well, you already saw. False. It's fake and gay. Yeah. False. Okay. And we got a false. We got some truth. We're all over the place here. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got here. Got two more falses. And Jenny's quoting war games. Okay. So what do we have? But the trees, exactly. Where'd it go? So apparently now so according to research, the paper bag production emits 70% more pollution and uses 4 times as much energy and takes more time to break down when compared to plastic bags. So there you go. Yeah, they keep changing it, right? Because they said, we can't have plastic straws. They give us these crappy paper ones that fall apart. Meanwhile, whatever's going on with the war, all I see is a bunch of explosions and a lot of black smoke going on and refineries set on fire and oil rigs set on whatever. But no, you can't have that plastic straw. Yeah. Anyways. So there we go. So we got that's number 1. So hopefully you all have to keep track. I won't be able to do that. Okay. Yeah, just burn the paper bags. So, who's this? Paco? Okay, what do we got here? I don't know about the terracotta bags. I do not know about that. So, all right. Let's see where we at. What's next? Yeah, the answer on that was true. The answer on that was true. I guess I should have music next time you have thinking time. I had somebody that's where I got that beginning music, is somebody sent me 3 different thinking time musics. And whenever I bring it up, they mention them. Because I have it on an old email. But anyways, I digress. What's next? And Richie from Boston, if you're listening, go back to saying it's March 6, 2026, or so they say. We all want to hear it. Why'd you stop? My voice is soothing. Oh, dear Lord. Well, then you should listen to my Elon song. You'll love it. I sound like an angel. Okay. True or false? Here's your next question. Scientists want to convert plastic waste into what I have here. Maybe I go. Here we go. Let's not play. That's your thinking music. Like it. I love it. People true, people false. It's fantastic. This is great. Okay, that's enough. Where'd it go? The answer to that is true. Let's see. Can we make this larger? That's what she said. Here we go. Scientists convert used plastic bottles into vanilla flavoring. The production of chemicals can help make recycling more attractive and tackle global plastic pollution. So they've been converting it to vanilla flavoring using genetic engineered bacteria. What could possibly go wrong? The first time a valuable chemical has been brewed from the waste plastic. I don't know. Do we get a vote? I don't know how valuable recycled plastic is by using a bioengineered enzyme to chew it up. And then researchers have already developed mutant enzymes to break. I mean, that's the actual article from The Guardian. They've developed mutant enzymes to break down the polyethylene polymer. So anyways, they're put in your food. It's in your food. And then the other thing I've heard about artificial vanilla flavoring, they excrete it from the anal glands of beavers, allegedly. So there you go. And you know what? Maybe this story is still, this is the actual news that they're putting out. I'm just going by what it says. So, all right. How about this one? Number 3, blood donors in Sweden will receive a text when their blood is used somewhere. What do we have for that one? That's some nice music. Hey, hon. Can you bring you some water? Soothe my beautiful speaking voice. Yeah, I love vanilla too, but good vanilla, real vanilla. All right. So the answer to this one is true. The blood donors in Sweden receive a text when their blood is used. To encourage more young people to donate blood, it sends a text to the donors when their blood has been dispensed into someone in need. So I don't know. We live in a really weird world now. I just feel it's just so bizarre that what we're into. But all right. What's next? Can you see the Great Wall of China from the moon? Let's give you this one. Thanks. That's not much of a song. Oh, there it is. This song is terrible. Yeah. It grows on you like a fungus or a tumor. Okay. So, and you know, it's funny when they talk about questions, this is like one that a lot of people apparently thought that that's true. But the answer is no. Now, on a couple of different levels. One is I think space is fake, and so we're not gone to the moon to be able to discern whether or not you can. But real science in the Earth world here says the same thing. But it's funny because the claim the Great Wall is man-made structure visible to the naked eye of the moon first appeared in a letter written by British archaeologist William Stukeley in 1754. 250 years before the first landing on the moon. So, and then it was published in Ripley's Believe It or Not. And so it's like a very common one that people think. So for those of you that still believe that you could land on the moon, you wouldn't be able to see the Wall of China. However, you can stand on Earth and the moon is allegedly 238 miles away. And you can see Tycho Crater, which is like 60 miles across or something ridiculous. That makes no sense. Where's my guy? Where is he? He's over here somewhere. I gotta find him quicker.
That makes no sense.
Because it doesn't. It doesn't. What does make sense is if the moon is either 33 or 66. That's what I feel. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But there's some nights it just looks like it's right there. So, and what did God say? He put it in the firmament as a light. So I go by that because science is constantly changing their story. God's story stays the same. So I'll go with that till you can prove to me otherwise, but I don't think you will be able to ever. All right, what's next? Most of the World Trade Center was empty, so they could be demolished to traumatize the population to accept more government control like the Patriot Act. Who wrote that? What crazy person wrote that? Here we'll go into space. Well, that was nice. Yeah, yeah. It's a groovy song, isn't it? I feel groovy. I feel groovy. Okay. Now, here's the thing with this one. This is one of the very first things. Yeah, where did it go? It's going fast. Right. But here, check this out. This is one of the very first things that I ever saw. Shout out to a gentleman named Brian Stavely. He goes over that day in September better than anyone I've ever seen. And he had a thumbnail up that day that took my breath away before I watched his show. And this was the thumbnail. So just soak that in. These are, you can still find them. It's a website that built the company that built it. But these buildings are finished. And there's no floors here. See that? And they can't explain these away. But here's what the theory that he taught me is that there's a restaurant up here that you could pay money and go up to, observation decks. And there's some businesses, I think, down here or so. But as you can see, the majority of this building is just a shell. Same with this one. Here's another photo, depending on, is a different time of the day. You can see right through them. These aren't doctored. You can still find them. This is before they started flooding the internet with AI and all that. And so what he taught me is that the bottoms of these buildings were a, what do you call it? What's that thing? Subway. And it was one of the main hubs. And so you'd always see people coming out of those buildings in their suits and their businesses and stuff. And people just assumed, as that you would, that some of them or most of them work in these buildings, when actually they were just being dropped off there on the way to where they're actually going. So there's very few people actually even in these buildings, and you don't build it like this. You don't finish it and have no floors in here. It makes no sense. Why did you build them so tall? And don't get me started on when you look through the rubble, where is the fax machines, the office furniture, the chairs, where's all that stuff, right? The cables, the telephones, where was all that? You don't see any of that in this rubble. So it's interesting. I'll just leave it at that. But those are actual photos. So they're already admitting that they lied about what happened that day. And then there's all different, you go from there. I mean, don't forget, you go back to the Epstein files, and not only do they have Clinton in the Lewinsky blue dress with high heels on, but they had George Bush playing Jenga with two towers that were falling, throwing an airplane around. I didn't draw that. It was in Epstein's house, apparently. So when were they taken? They were taken after they were finished. I can look all that up. I don't have it off the top of my head. I just had the photos I thought I'd bring out. But yeah, this is the company that builds these things. So yeah. Okay, what's next? Let's move on from this. And this is for entertainment purposes only. So there we go. The average person swallows 8 spiders a year. Everyone's heard that one, I think. That'll cause fear in the hearts of many. What do we have for that one? No, it's got to be harder than that. How about this one? There we go. Yeah, now we're cooking. Okay, well, here's the interesting thing on this story when I looked this one up. First of all, this one has been proven false. But there's 2 false things about it. They said that this went viral because there was this I forget her name now, But there's this lady that came out with the theory that she wanted to prove how things can go viral and fake news can spread. And it turned out that story was fake. So nobody really knows how, other than the CIA just throwing it out into the internet for us to all consume this information or whatever. But no, they say that they don't go near us and they don't bother us and blah, blah, blah. So unless you did it on purpose, like Rin Fan. All right, what's next? The Earth tipped over on its side 84 million years ago and then righted itself. How about that one? We'll put night driving. That's your first time seeing those photos? Yeah, aren't they something? That's what woke me up. Yeah. All right, so that's enough of that. And see, here's the wild thing. When I say true or false, according to science, that's true. That the Earth shifted 25 degrees and then corrected itself. But it happened 84 million years ago. Again, if I said these things, you wouldn't listen to me. You'd just call me a nut job and say, how do you even know? But yet when a guy in a white coat does it, we whoops. Oh, no. Get out of that. I hit the wrong button. Okay, I got to fix that. But when a guy in a white coat or a NASA coat logo, whatever, says it, then we just accept it like it's the truth. Had to get back into the show here. Where were we? Here we were. Okay. Clickety click. Let me bring that back out. Where'd it go? Share screen. There we go. So yeah, they're just guessing. They're just making stuff up. They're just making it up. 84 million years ago. It's nonsense. All right. But that one, according to science, is true. I say nay, because this is a fake picture. This is a fake story. And the Earth is not tilting and then retilting. It's stationary on pillars. So it's all fake, even though it's true. See how it's really confusing? There is no right answer, I think. Vikings had helmets with horns. How about this one? Let's see. What do I have in music for that? How about this? Let's see. I don't hear anything. Oops. It's one of my favorite singers. See? It's the voice of an ancient. Heart to heart. Heart to heart. You need more words. Okay. You know what's a blessing is that my wife still loves me after the silliness I do on this show. Okay. Here we go. Thank you. Oh, yeah. You get one of these then, honey. Where is he? Here.
That's very true. Very true.
Okay. Let's see. What are we doing here? Clickety click. There it is. Okay. I forgot the question. Oh, Vikings with helmets with horns. And the answer to that is no. And for me, this is a complete Mandela effect. But apparently Vikings did not have horns on their helmets. It's only Hollywood that tells you that. Yeah. There's very little historical, there's none historical evidence that they have horns. So plus, you know what a silly thing to do is that they have horns. So if somebody's gonna like hit you with a sword or an axe or whatever they're using, just like falls right on in, right? I don't know. So there's that. What's next? And if you've been with me long enough, you understand I know way too much about pandas. But so you might already have an advantage if you're a watcher of my show. But let's see. What is this? Drumroll bongos? Ooh, oh, well, that's a quick one. Okay, well, then we'll just bring it out and see. So pandas poop most of what they eat is the statement. False. Yes, pandas are very sus. And the answer is true. Because there's so much about, I go over it on another show if we need to cover it again, but there's so much weirdness about panda bears. And one of the main things is the only thing they actually eat, they really can't digest. So they have to eat a ridiculous amount, and then they poop all the time, a lot of times in on a tree upside down, and they're just constantly eating, pooping, and sleeping. So don't get me started on pandas tonight. We'll derail this whole thing. So, yeah. They must eat approximately 30 pounds of bamboo, but they can't digest it because they're a carnivore bear with carnivore teeth eating a plant. Anyways, moving on. Yes, pigeons are liars. That's a whole other one, too. I see there's other people that have seen my show before. So, yes. And don't get me started on the duck-billed platypus, right? And Rose sent me something about the koala bear today, too. I've covered that one too. Those are weird things too. Okay, because not even bears. In any case, I digress. For 20 years, a cat served as the mayor of an Alaskan town. What do you think? What do I have for that? What is this one? Bounce? No, that doesn't do anything. It's fly. Heartbeat. That one's kind of creepy. Well, I guess that means it's time for the answer. And the answer to this one is yes. It is true. In 1990, town of in the year 2000. When Stubbs proved adept to the role, gaining fans from all over the world, and I think he lowered crime during his thing. So good on you, Stubbs. But we're so far in past idiocracy at this point. We can have a cat and everyone's cool with it because we're so fed up with other government officials. Might as well have a cat, right? All right. Should we do a few more? How are we doing with this? We enjoying ourselves? I'll keep going a little bit longer here. I'm not sure how many more of these I have. Let's see. Oh, we'll go back to the Vikings. Vikings would shoot flaming arrows at boats carrying the dead in a Viking funeral. We all think of that one. I'll give you night driving. It's pleasant. That was more to listen to when the cat was mayor. Okay. And the answer to this one is, once again, I think like a Mandela thing. But apparently they didn't do that. They buried their dead, or they would put them on a boat and then ram it with another boat or something, they say. But there's no known historical text or archaeological evidence that suggests this type of funeral ever occurred. It originates from the Norse mythology. So, isn't that interesting? Viking funeral. Okay. Let me get out of this screen share here. All right. How we all doing? We enjoying that? I don't know how many more I have of those. Let me see. Maybe it'll tell me on this here. We got quite a few more. Maybe I'll save those for the next show. if this is going well, if people are enjoying it, hopefully. Because we're going on a little over almost 2.5 hours. So I think what I want to do here is kind of wrap it all up. And again, if you enjoy the show, please make sure that you hit that like button. And thank you for everyone that's shown up here tonight. They're watching this later too. You really are the reason I keep doing this. And most of you I'll never meet maybe, but somehow we're making this connection. And reach out to me. Like I said, there's snail mail address, there's an email address, put a comment on a video, any of that. And I do my best to answer each and every one of you. So I so do greatly appreciate that I'm blessed to be able to spread this message. Because as we find ourselves in these really wild times, and to me, this is another proof it's the age of deception. I mean, you can literally argue over anything. The shape of the earth, the moon, the sun, the stars, water. I mean, just pick a topic and you can argue over it, and there's deception somewhere in it. And so what can I do? I can turn on this camera and I can discuss these things, and I can do it with humor. So that way you don't have fear of this world, because this world, that's all they want to package you. It's fear. You turn on your televised vision or your screens, your computers, whatever. That's all you see. Fear, war, death, destruction, pain, poverty. I mean, that's what you see. But there's so much beautifulness in this earth. There's when you make that connection with God. And again, it's not a religious thing. Make it yourself, and you'll feel that joy that comes in your heart. As you experience bad times, it helps you get through them. I personally am going through some really, really tough times right now, but my wife, of course, helps. And then just knowing God and knowing that he has my back and he's there and he's going to get me through this, and that I can come on here on Fridays and I can commiserate with you all. And, the tears of the clown, I can come out here and I can be joyful and show you the love and the joy that I can feel, even in dark times. And so I think it's really important, at least for me, to get on here and to continue to do this, like I say, as long as God puts it in my heart. And for all of you to come on by and join in. The live chat is hopping. It's really fun. And there's always, you can write to me personally too. So I just really want to make sure that I stress that enough, that without you all watching, this show wouldn't really be anything. It'd be just what my wife usually hears all the time. So she thanks you that I could do this show. So yeah. So I guess for that, if and I'll be happy to, and I'm not here to debate things. I never have been that person, but I'd be happy to go over why I believe that's an incorrect statement. But I'm not here to fight with you. If you find some negative information or enjoyment that you got out of this show, maybe you'll continue on and research and see the things that I see. But I'm not here to beat you up over that. I just appreciate that you took the time to tune in. And just because we're here together doesn't mean we agree on everything. And so all I ask is that you keep an open mind. Anybody on this that's watching me, keep an open mind to remember that God's using me as a non-believer in Christ, as a Jewish kid that never read the Bible. He's using me in these times to say, hey, I was wrong. I was deceived, and we're all in the same place. So if I was deceived and this is the truth, then, the other people are being deceived too. And so all I ask is that anybody that's watching, use an open mind. Just look into some of the things that I bring up. And if there's stuff that's starting to make you question it, like those pictures of the towers, that's your beginning. And part of the thing of this world is to keep you so busy, you don't have time to investigate these things. That's the reason I didn't know about it until just now. And so at the end of the day, I'll ask this of you. Keep an open mind. If something has resonated and you're not quite sure, you can write to me, but take that moment all alone in the dark in the closet, shut the door, leave your phone outside, sit there for a minute and just kind of, just be calm, be still. And then ask if God is real. He says he knocks on the door. You just wait for you to open it. And so That's what I did. I was at a very low time. I asked for him and he showed himself. And so I can't be unconvinced. Like I said with the Jennifer Aniston, I'll die on this hill. I know that that it's real and it's a fantastic. Oh, I know I should have compared it, but hey. But in any case, thank you very much. God bless you all. Dear Lord, please watch over us and guide us through these times. Help us to make a better understanding of the world that we live in. Open our hearts and minds, unharden our hearts to allow to have discussions with each other as we try to figure out the tribulations and the snares and the traps that is left in this world, and that we know that you'll guide us around them and through this, and you'll help us through these moments. And all I ask is that you give us a little more patience to wait for the people, and that, but God willing, that their eyes and ears will be opened sooner than later. We can't wait to be with everyone, and we can't wait to stop the nonsense of this world. And to all the people that are hurting and hungry and dealing with whatever type of wars are going on, I just ask that you send the comforter, as you've promised, to watch over us and comfort us in these times. Help us and heal us. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. So there you go. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for staying that long and through the prayer. And like I said, if you like that video, I'll be putting that up right after this show. So having said that, thank you again for all the people that donated. Thank you for my Patreon people. Thank you for my memberships. All that helps towards the computer system and other things in this house. So, and my cat thanks you. Sorry, Ryan, if you're still here, she's over there sleeping in an area I can't even get to her. I mean, maybe next time I'll put a video or something together. In any case, thank you again. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, a great weekend. God bless you all. Let's do this again real soon. Same bad time, same bad channel. Check your local listings, and we'll see you again next Friday. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you. Good night. Oh, wait, I didn't do this. He didn't say this.
Class is dismissed.
I believe I almost forgot that. Okay. Ah, my goodness. All right. Good night, everyone. For real this time.
I'm the satellite.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Satellite transfer complete.